And welcome to another brand new episode of Live Forex Trading with your host Peeling Mindset. So another brand new educational stream here on YouTube, side by side, and also some of my friends in the Zoom have joined in from our Slack community. So pretty cool here, pretty cool at this point of time. Another educational stream, obviously. So waiting for the friends to come in, and this is gonna be another beautiful stream here because today is Thursday. And Thursdays usually are high volume day, and it's actually interesting because today is the first day of the month. So this is the start of the month. So it'll be interesting to see how the market is actually going to move in a monthly sort of a time frame. How the candles are actually going to start moving. So watch this, looking at the candles from a monthly sort of a time frame, monthly sort of a perspective. Look at this. Look at the way how the previous monthly candle closed. The previous monthly candle actually closed below this monthly rejection area, resistance right here. So if price was to move up, if the monthly candle would have closed above, that would have been a really good sign for the price to push up even higher. But for now, the previous monthly candle has closed bearish below this level, so it's still something to keep in mind. It's still something that we can keep as a bias for a new bearish market to start, right? So, for example, if this current monthly candle in its first few days, if it's actually moving in the opposite direction, on a bullish direction, maybe at the very end the candle could move consistent on the downside. So we will see. Obviously, we will see. And it also seems as if the previous monthly candle did some sort of rejection from the bottom. There's a wick on the downside. Right? So if the prices have chances to move down, there is a wick on the downside, so keep that in mind. Definitely keep that in mind, right? So let's go to the weekly time frame and see what's happening in a weekly sort of a time frame here. So on a weekly time frame, we are still in a bullish trend. So it's very clear that you know what we can read. We know that the price in pound yen is in a bullish trend. So it's actually interesting. Still below this rejection area, obviously, but still price does have a bullish structure, especially when the previous weekly candle closed bullish with a rejection from the bottom. Right. So the current weekly candle, we are almost in about the end of this week here, and we have 2 more days, including today, left for this weekly candle to close. So obviously, this weekly candle closing bullish or bearish could be a idea, could be a early sign for the candles to move up or start resisting to move down. So we'll keep an eye open for that too, right? So for now, the weekly candle looks like it has rejected the bottom price, and obviously looks like the support is there. Price is above this previously broken weekly level too, so that's something important. And there is wick on the upside. And so what we know is what we have seen previously in the price action is that, you know what, when price is in a momentum, it does feel the wick. So the wick on the left hand side on a weekly sort of a time frame, this could be serving as a target for the price to move up. If this is the liquidity grab on the current weekly candle, there is a chance price can move up, but we obviously have to wait and see. You know, there's no trade taking. Just looking at this, maybe it doesn't make sense, right? So for now, let's go to the daily time frame and see what's happening in the pound yen right now. So pound yen, interesting the way how the price has been moving. So obviously we haven't seen any significant rejection like this on a daily time frame. The wick like this, we obviously made some sort of support, but it's actually something to look after for. Look at the way how the price has been rejecting the bottom. Look at this. Look at the rejection. Look at the rejection, and every rejection is getting higher and higher. Or maybe maybe price still has to make a lower wick or a rejection like this, very similar to this. But if you look into the price right now, price has again made another support, which is higher than the previous support. And on a weekly time frame, we are still on an uptrend. Okay, on a weekly time frame, we're still on an uptrend. The current daily candle is bullish, and there is a higher chance, according to according to the price action presented to us right now, there is a higher chance price can move up, because recently on a daily time frame there's a support, and it's so logical to look for support on an uptrend, right? So just have to see candles at least let's say maintaining a posture above this area. So that area will be 153,826. 153,826. So let's go into the 4-hour time frame. So going to the 4-hour time frame, so this as we previously saw, this 153,655 sort of a level, the price is very close to the level at this point in time. Obviously that level is a daily level where the price has actually tapped in right now and is actually very close to, right? So if that is a daily level, as pointed out in the chart right now, look at this, it's still hanging around there. So for the price to move up, it has to close above these areas, and then there could be a high chance for the price to actually dive in this clear range on the upside. But if price, for example, if the prices in pound yen starts rejecting these levels, there is a chance the price can move down. Okay, so let's go into the 4-hour time frame and see what's happening in the 4-hour time frame here. Okay, 4-hour time frame one more time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase everything that I don't need. So I don't need this channel. All right, so the channel that we kept in reference from yesterday, this could be gone. We don't need that, and don't need this. Okay, so look at this. So the current 4-hour candle is still hanging around that 153,655 level. Now, when looking into the candles from a 4-hour sort of a time frame, right? From a 4-hour sort of a perspective, what we can read is easily, look at this. Candles tried engaging with 153,655 level several times, and that has turned out to be a key level. And one more time, price has tried breaking that level and tried closing above. Couldn't close above. Tried a second time. Couldn't close above. Tried another time. Couldn't close above. And this is the most recent try that the price is doing, trying to close above 153,655. So more than likely, if this 4-hour candle actually closes above 153,655, there could be a higher chance the prices in pound yen could actually push higher and higher. That could be the case. That actually could be the case. And what could be an early sign? For example, if you dive into, let's say you dive into a 2-hour time frame. Now you start looking at the 2-hour time frame and you start reading smaller time frame maneuvers, right? So, dun dun dun. All right, so the 2-hour candle. Just give me a second. My YouTube chat. Let me pull up my YouTube chat, and I'll put this at the side. And that will be nice. Okay, that's pretty good. Pretty good. And okay, look at this. So the current 2-hour candle out of the 4-hour candle has 17 more minutes left for its close. If this 2-hour candle successfully closes above 153,655 in my price action reading, my bias will be still buys. So my bias will get stronger and stronger for buys. So if this 2-hour candle in the next 17 minutes closes above 153,655, I will be that'll be amazing. That will be amazing. For now, I'm not in any sort of position, just waiting, because what I've seen over time is, obviously, I've seen candles, higher time frame candles at the time of close. What it does is it either pushes really hard in its original direction, or it actually retraces pretty heavy, right? So for example, if this candle retraces pretty heavy, I mean, I don't want to be part of that. My bias may be correct, but I don't want to be part of that. So as long as price stays above 153,655, that will be amazing. And do keep this in mind, that this is an educational stream and nothing here is in financial advice. We're having a good time. We're reading the market, sharing our knowledge, but nothing is financial advice. All of the criticism, all of the content, all of the value here is provided for free, and obviously, so you have to be careful when you're investing, when you're looking into instruments like financial instruments. So be careful and do your own bit of research, and do keep in mind that this is fully educational stream. So that is amazing, right? So for now, the current 2-hour candle is looking pretty nice above that resistance, previously broken resistance, and on an hourly time frame. Let's see what's happening in the hourly time frame. So if you look at the hourly time frame, it's actually quite strange how the price actually did this fake out sort of a maneuver. So what does that tell us? That this whatever's happening here tells us that, you know what, the volume in pound yen could be really less. So right now, the volume in pound yen could be really less. And this could be pound yen's hard. This is ranging side by side. Have to wait for the candles to catch some sort of volume. So maybe we have to look into our trading session time right now. And if you look into it, you will see that, you know what, this is the pre-New York. And usually around pre-New York, we do see a lot of volume. So if the prices are going to drive up with volume, this is the time. This is the time. But I have to wait for the candles to actually successfully close outside this sort of price level. And we will see what's going to happen. But obviously, for now, looking into the 1 hour, as I said, it's actually looking funny. Because look at this. Look at the way how the price did this fake out. All right, what is that, man? I mean, what is that? So you know what price tells you when you look into this? So candles started pushing up like this. Oh, push up. Okay, looks good. And it started pushing up even higher. And the next instant, in the next hour, everything got corrected. So whatever happened here was just invalid. The market just corrected it. So that is happening one more time. So it's quite funny because when market ranges like this, I usually stay away from it because I think that the market is too volatile or dangerous. Maybe there's no volume that could actually help me capitalize, or that could actually help me profit, right? So I'm going to stay out of these sort of price action. Usually I stay out of these sort of price action. Now here's the thing about sell, right? So for example, if prices starts closing below 153.655 for sales, for cleaner sales, for me, I have to see candles breaking this low first and eventually this low. So if prices eventually closes below 153.195, I mean there is a support here, but from here in about 153.160, there is a cleaner range for me for sales. So for sales, the levels, the range are pretty far away. So I have to wait a little bit more. 2-hour candle closing in the next 13 minutes. So quite interesting for me. Really interesting. Really interesting. All right, so let's see what happened in today's market from Asian session. So for example, the first day of the month in Asian session, price was ranging side by side, and all of a sudden midway through Asian session, what happened? Price dropped down heavily after engaging with this 153.655 level. So that tells us that, you know what, on a recent price action, this level has turned out to be a really strong level, 153.655 level. So price in Asian session dropped all the way down, and all of a sudden, midway through Asian, it got corrected again. Oh no, so what's happening, right? So Asian session price dropped down heavily, and all of a sudden, midway through Asian, price got corrected again, and around London session, price started pushing up. So this was the trade. In a London session, this was the trade. If I was trading London session, and if I was available trading that London session today, oh, we got Mac in the house. That's pretty cool. So if I was actually available trading a London session today, this was the trade. On the break of this hourly candle's high was the trade. And if you ask me why that was the trade, look at this. The clear range on the left-hand side was everything. On the break of the high, maybe your stop loss would have been somewhere around here in about 10, 12 pips. Well, I would have taken that trade with 10, 12 pips stop loss, and my position, I mean, I would have started securing once I would hit that 14 pips. And look at the market. It actually moved up pretty well. After the break of that hourly candle high around London sessions, the price moved all the way up in about 23 pips. So pretty cool. And all of a sudden, midway through London session, that price got corrected again. So quite a bit strange, isn't it? It's quite strange. Now, all right. So when you actually go into the calendar, let's see what was happening today. what was actually happening. Was there any sort of fundamental uh, event? Oh, okay. So we had Bailey speaking around 6. Okay, so Bailey was speaking around here. That caused the pound yen to drop. Interesting, isn't it? So before that, the prices were moving consistent on an uptrend. On the break of the high, that was a good position right there, and prices started retracing down pretty hard after Bailey did the conference. So we'll be interested to see how that actually caused the price to move. Let's see what happened in the conference. All right, Tariq here says, caught that GBPJPY with Raja Banks in London session. Ooh, nice. Yeah, man, if I was trading, I would take this sell. 100% I would take this trade if I was there. So, pretty cool. Pretty cool. And let's see what happened. What happened around that time. All right, so it's a recovery, but not as we know it. There has been nothing usual about the last 16 months. Long-standing neighbors like the bank. Let's have a look. And okay. And I think we have this. Oh, we have this NFP tomorrow. Tomorrow, Friday, is going to be NFP. That's going to be something interesting. NFP is going to be interesting. Really, really interesting. We'll see. We'll see how the market's going to move. So Bailey says it's a recovery, but not as we know. So not after the custom Brexit. Wow, seems like it's a good trick from Fed, blaming everything else apart from the core problem. Though interesting. Okay. That seemed to be predictor of glass. Okay, interesting. Interesting. All right, so interesting. All right, so let's look at pound yen one more time. And the price in pound yen again reacting with this 153.655 level. Interesting. I mean, for sales, the range aren't looking pretty well in the most recent targets. Sales doesn't look nice on an hourly time frame. Let's go to the 2-hour time frame and see what's happening on the downside. I mean, yeah, we do have a lot of supports here. Support. So on a 2-hour time frame, I wanted to see this 2-hour candle close bullish above this price level, but for now, seems like it's rejecting it heavy. So I am not in any sort of trade yet. So just waiting to see what's going to happen. Waiting to see what's going to happen. Hardcore range in pound yen, hardcore range. To be honest, pretty hardcore range here. Look at this. Pretty hardcore. Dun, 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 dun. 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 Yeah. Daily candle rejecting 153.655. Sort of flipping bearish here, man. That's pretty interesting, isn't it? On a 4-hour time frame, on the other hand, on the break of this low, sales do look apparent on the break of this low. But on a smaller time frame, we do have some hard time going on the downside. So we will see. I mean, the previous 4-hour candle in pound yen also closed dodgy with a dodgy body with a very long wick, as we already read, and we know the market is pretty rangy. Pretty rangy. So we're gonna have a look at gold and see how gold is doing too. Let's just see. Trying to open up my terminal, getting my terminal ready. And the terminal is ready. Just give me a second. Yep. rangy price action in GJ. What about gold? What's happening in gold here? So looking at gold at this point in time, so for example, if I delete this, if I delete most of the stuff that I don't need, so let's just do this. Let's just erase this here. Oh, I can't erase that, can I? Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'll actually erase everything, and let's start fresh in gold too. Right. So let's start a fresh, brand new diagram, a fresh, brand new chart detail on gold. So looking at gold on a monthly sort of a time frame, previous monthly candle closed bearish, pretty heavy bearish. So there is a wick on the downside, maybe suggesting that, you know what, there could be range on the downside for the current price to fill. So the current monthly candle is bullish. Maybe in its first initial phase, in its first few days, it's actually going to grab liquidity from the top before heading down. So we will see what's going to happen on a weekly sort of a time frame. Let's see what's happening in a weekly sort of a time frame. Previous weekly candle close bullish, but the recent price action in gold has been pretty heavy bearish, right? So for example, price reacting around this support area, around this area, is very obvious. So for the price to move down in gold, we need to see candles making some sort of resistance, and then we can see a downside move, right? So if there's no resistance, I mean, I don't know how we can build bias, right? So have to see some sort of bearish sign, which is a resistance. So definitely have to see a resistance. For now, price is acting around that weekly support. And let's go into the daily time frame. So when we go into the daily time frame, we'll see that, you know what, a daily time frame, price has been ranging very close to this previous area. Look at this. If this was the area that price was acting around previously, we are still hanging around that level. And this maneuver right here, this daily candles maneuver, was almost sort of like a fake out, sort of a break on the top, right? So that was like a fake breakout on the bottom. So if that was a fake breakout on the bottom, the prices may push up. And prices moving up, prices pushing up in gold could only be its first initial move in the monthly candle in its first few days as a liquidity grab for the candle to push down later. I want to see more downside moves. Sorry about that. I want to see more downside moves on gold than anything else. Downside move. That would be nice. That would be very nice. So in gold, obviously this price has been somewhere where gold has been acting out before, and it's happening again. One more time, look at this. Price is acting around the same level. It's repeating the actions from here. Repeat the action. Interesting. So maybe if the price is coming back in the range, have to see candles rejecting it before heading down. If the candles reject that level with its wick, that could be a good sign. That could be a good sign. So I would love to see a daily candle at least rejecting this range, and maybe we'll get a downside move, right? So that'll be very nice. That will be very nice. On a 4-hour sort of a time frame, again, it's pretty clear. 4-hour is ranging side by side. Look at this. Just give me a second. Look at the way how the 4-hour candle has been performing from here. So let's say from here. Dun, dun, dun. From here to, let's say, here. Yep, price has been ranging side by side. No doubt on it. It's just ranging side by side. So for the candles to move down, have to reject these levels like this. See how the candles previously rejected that level with its wick, rejected. So have to see something similar before moving down. But if the price is moving up for now, I mean, let's go into the 2-hour time frame and see what's happening, right? So going to the 2-hour time frame, previous 2-hour candle close bearish, almost engulfing the previous 2-hour candle. So we definitely know that, you know what? At this point in time, we definitely know the beginning of this month, July, is looking like a preparation month. It's only preparing, and it's only resting. It's only exhausting at this point in time. Maybe midway through the month, or after this month builds up, we will get some quality trade. But until then, I mean, man, just gotta wait. Just gotta wait, because at the beginning of the month cannot hold a strong bias. Maybe the bias is not going to make sense unless the monthly candle progresses into some sort of sign, some sort of stage, right? So I have to wait. All right, now looking to the 2-hour candle one more time. 2-hour candle suddenly has revived above 153.655 level and is trying to close above that level. In the next 20 seconds, if this 2-hour candle closes above, there is a chance price in pound yen could push up. So let's see what I can do. Let's see what I can do. Previous 30-minute candle rejected the price on the bottom level. Interesting. So whatever happened around Bailey's conference, everything got corrected. Whatever happened, so the price in pound yen dropped down heavily around Bailey's conference, and all of that price got corrected. All of this downside move got corrected. Interesting. So maybe pound yen is going to push up. Looks like it. All right, Jackie M on YouTube says, good morning. Good morning. All right, Paylin on YouTube says, hey Anuj, besides reading price action with candles pattern, have you ever implemented news suggested by Tradingview to form a bias? I mean, here's the thing. So from my experience, this is only for educational purposes again. I don't expect people to use it. If you understand the idea and if you backtest and if you do your own bit of research, you obviously get your own answer. Because at the end of the day, if you ask questions to yourself, I mean, you will get all of the answers. But here's my perspective, right? So the thing with building a bias with a news sort of a idea is kind of invalid. Most of the times, what I know is the news may project something nice about a currency. What if the news goes bad? Because we don't know the future, right? So news is like a future event, and we don't know exactly what's happening. Sometimes the price is priced in the market, and sometimes we obviously can't predict a pending order or whatever, but exactly creating a bias with the news, it's just too volatile for me. It's just too volatile. So I would rather stick to my price action reading than anything else. Price action reading is the king, to be honest. If you can read price action, if you know what's happening around, that's it. That's it. All right, for now, gold is busting up. Gold is busting up in this 4-hour no trade range. For me, it's a no trade range. I mean, to be honest, I can call it a day today because it's the first day of the month, and I know that the first trade of the first day of the month is only a preparation day for the rest of the month. So, do I really want to give away my money? I mean, if there's an opportunity, I mean, it makes sense, but do I really want to be a part of a setting up market? I don't see consistent move in any instrument, to be honest. Anything. I don't see consistent moves in any instrument today. Pound yen is looking good on a 2-hour sort of a time frame, but yeah, on a 2-hour time frame, it makes sense for the price to move up, but we will see. We will see. I haven't taken any entries yet, so we'll see what's going to happen. It's actually interesting how we have hit that 424 subscribers this morning. So we were at 380 subscribers last night, and we are at 424 subscribers today. Man, look at the way how the channel is growing. The rate. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Many subscribers coming in. Kind of cool. In gold, so what I'm actually looking into is in gold, if any of the 15-minute, 30-minute candles start closing below, let's say, on an hourly time frame, it's actually clear that, you know what, if prices starts closing below 1774, there is a chance that prices may continue down here. Kind of makes sense on an hourly time frame. But if you go into the 30-minute and 15-minute, so it kind of makes sense to scale into sell below this level. So let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. So it's actually interesting how sometimes prices in gold and pound yen moves in channel. So let's see if I can actually draw my channel here. My magical channel. My roughly drawn magical channel. Interesting. For now, to be honest, I'm not interested in anything. For now, I am not interested in anything. It's like everything is kind of rangy, kind of wicky here and there, and I am not desperate to trade because my month of June has been pretty well. So I can wait for the market to set up, and finally, when the market sets up, that's when I attack. So until then, I am just a guy who's going to relax in the market. Yep, pound USD looks like it could actually drop here. Pound USD looks like it could actually drop. Pound USD looks really interesting. All right, so for example, from a daily sort of a time frame perspective in pound USD, there is chances that, you know what, price can actually push down because we have broken this support, and seems like the clear range on the left hand side could serve as a traffic to follow along. So let's see what's going to happen in pound USD. On a 4-hour time frame perspective, current 4-hour candle is actually bullish, but the previous 4-hour candle closed heavy bearish below this potential 4-hour previous resistance, right? Sorry, support. So if this is the previously broken 4-hour support, right now it seems as if price is actually trying to do a retest around the same level. So if this level, let's say 137.79.80, if that is a key level right now here, have to see candles rejecting it to push even further down. So looking at the left hand side traffic, what are the targets? Let's look at the targets here. So pound USD looks like this is a potential target right here. This could be a potential target. But the traffic on the further left is not clear. Again, one more time. So again, the ideas about stream is always educational and stuff, right? So as I've back tested my pairs, what I've noticed is sometimes the price also reacts to the traffic on the further left. Look at the way how the prices have moved around this section previously. Not nice, isn't it? Not nice at all. So if that's going to happen one more time, I mean, not sure. Got to be careful. Got to be careful about how price is going to react around the area. So let's see what's going to happen. But yeah, after the flip of the 4-hour candle in pound USD, after the flip of the 4-hour candle, the range on the downside is only going to be about 23 pips on the downside. I mean, it's pretty tight range, but the structure looks pretty good. To be honest, really good. For me, it looks like the structure is doing this. So dun 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 dun. So if this is gonna happen here, if finally this, look at this, drop down, range, drop down. Oh, man, I need to upgrade my drawing skills. That's what I need to do. So, look at this. If this was a drop down and this was a range, this is a drop down and this is a potential range, potential retest of 137.980. Prices rejecting that could be an early sign for the candles to push down. Let's see what's going to happen. Yep. Bias in pound USD is a sell. My bias, at least my bias, is sell. As long as price stays below 137.980, my bias in pound USD is a sell. Let's look at pound AUD at the same time. Pound AUD also looking very bearish. Really bearish, to be honest. All right, so now this is interesting. The way how the previous 1-hour candle closed, it closed bullish above 153.655, still below this rejection area, and seems like the current hourly candle is also rejecting that top of the range. If this was a potential top of the range, price is kind of rejecting that right now. In pound yen, the sells, the range don't look pretty nice because of this bumpy sort of a support areas. A lot of bumpy support areas. So for sells, you want to avoid support, right? So you don't want to take a sell near a support. So, but if I look into, let's say, pound AUD looks way clear. Oh, hold on. Pound AUD is looking as similar as pound yen. But yeah, man, there is a chance prices could push down here. Ooh, and it's pushing down. Pushing down nice and slow. Let's see. Gold is pushing up very close to the top of the channel, reacted with the bottom of the channel and rejected this range, pushing up. Gold is pushing up right now. Gold is definitely pushing up. I mean, I'm interested into pound USD here. Pound USD and pound AUD. Let's see what's going to happen. My bias is sell. A selling bias. Alrighty. 2 hour, 1 hour. Let's see, 1 hour. Okay, 1 hour candle is still bullish. 30-minute candle. 30-minute candle is going to close in the next 13 minutes. If candles could reject this 137,980 sort of a level, maybe I will keep an eye open for selling sort of a idea. But for now, I am just staying still. No positions taken yet. The bias in pound USD and pound JPY is a sell. It's actually interesting how this push on the downside in pound USD was also because of the Bailey's conference. If Bailey's speaking caused pound USD to drop down, I've also seen this several times. What I've seen is over the past trading experience, the pushes around the conferences, they do get corrected. And for now, the price has actually recovered and corrected some of the move, and seems like some of the 15-minute candle from the downside have rejected that bottom price pretty heavily. So for my bias of sell to be correct, I need to see candles printing bearish, and I need to see candles closing below 1379.80. If any of the candles, let's say a 15-minute candle, closes above this level, my bias of sell will be invalid and maybe buys will be playing out. So keeping an eye open for buy, keeping an eye open for sell. Let's see. Because sometimes, for the sake of being fluid, you do get beautiful trades as long as you know what's happening around. So for buys, you're basically anticipating the price to correct whatever happened around Bailey's conference. So I'm not taking any positions yet. So let's see. It's actually interesting how I can see pound USD also moving in a channel sort of a way. For example, if I have to draw a roughly drawn channel in pound USD as well, look at this. You will see what it's actually doing. So this is going to be my roughly drawn channel here. And looks like the price is reacting with the bottom range. Let's see what's going to happen. Pound USD. For now, the current hourly candle is pretty bullish at this point of time. And have to see if Bailey's Bailey's conference causing the pound yen, pound USD, pound instruments to push down is actually going to be corrected. Let's see. We are in about 40 minutes away from the New York Open at this point of time. So if the prices in pound USD going to push up, candles have to break this high and maintain a posture above 1379.80. Let's see. I am not in any sort of position. There isn't enough volume in the market. That's something I can tell you. In about 37 minutes away from the market open. And we are still waiting. For the prices in pound AUD to push up, it's actually really important for this current 15-minute candle to maintain a bullish posture. If this 15-minute candle starts closing bearish below 1379.80, there is a chance prices may continue down alongside with volume. Obviously, for a trade to be valid, there has to be some sort of volume. If there's no volume, there's no trade. So still waiting. Obviously, so the current 15-minute candle reacting around this level. So let's see how this 15-minute and sorry about that. Yeah, this 15-minute and eventually 30-minute candle closes. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Bum, bum, boom, boom, boom. And the 15-minute, 30-minute candle rejecting it pretty hard. Have to see a 15-minute candle making a resistance around this level so that the next candle could eventually push down. So looking to see if candles in pound USD could push down. Let's see what's going to happen. Ooh, gold is playing around the channel. Gold is having a beautiful time jumping in and out of the channel here. React with the channel, jump up. React with the channel, break the channel. Oh no, I'm not going up, I'm going down. Bum, bum, bum. So gold is just having a beautiful time breaking some of the people's heart here. So I mean, you should definitely know what's happening around. You know, it's trading is not only about showing in front of the chart and not as if you're doing something mechanical. Trading is not mechanical. It's a lot more to understand what's happening around and being careful and being insightful about how you can save your capital. It's not about showing in front of the chart and being mechanical, reading the patterns and, oh, I see this owl pattern, I see this W pattern, whatever. No. It's nothing like that. Trading is more to know what's happening around you and being aware of any bad possible situation. So for now, gold is breaking a lot of people's heart, and I don't want to be a part of that heartbreak. I don't want to be a part of that mischievous gold movement. So we will see. For now, pound USD still looking good for my bias. For the candles to correct the Bailey's conference sort of a push down, the news event push down, have to see candles maintaining a posture above 1379.80. Otherwise, I may even see a push down. So let's see. So the current 30-minute candle rejecting the top price pretty heavy. 30-minute candle closing in the next 2 minutes. All right, Jure says gold is messy. Yep. Gold is messy, and pound USD is looking like the Ronaldo here. Like the Ronaldo. Ronaldo. Because the Ronaldo scores, right? So, I mean, Messi scores too, but we'll see. We will see if this Ronaldo pound USD is going to score in any sort of way. Palin on YouTube says, Anuj, it seems like you have a set of criteria for quality trades. That is correct. I do. I do have set of criteria for my quality trades. And that set of criteria is the final trading plan, you know, final trading plan that I've actually created over time that suits my best interest. So I do have some setups. I do have some qualities I need around my trading day, trading pair, and I need to be comfortable. That's all. The simple rule is I have to be comfortable. And the 30-minute candle in pound USD heading above 1379.80 at this point in time. Looks like this 30-minute candle is going to close above here. Wow, if this 30-minute candle closes above, there is a chance prices may push up. There is a chance. There is a chance prices may push up and correct the Bailey's sort of a push down. So 30-minute candle successfully closed above. Yep, even the 15-minute candle is above. Now, for the candles to push up, obviously, it's very apparent. Candles have to respect this low and stop breaking the highs. If this candle respects the low and starts breaking the high, I mean, it's pretty apparent. It's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious. I'm not in the trade right now because we are in about 30 minutes away the NY Open. And look at the way how the candles are printing here. The new candle is retracing down pretty hard. So that's another thing you have to note down. Beginner traders out there who really want to learn price action. I mean, the thing is, you don't come up in the market in a webinar saying you want to learn how to exactly take a buy or a sell. You want to learn how the price action happens. You want to learn what happens around price actions. So this was something to keep in mind. Look at this. So maybe that could have been something impulsive to do. You had to wait for the next candle to sort of retrace, like how this candle is retracing at this point in time. If this current 15-minute candle respects the low and starts breaking the high, that could be a good position. That could be a nice idea of buy right there. But you have to wait for the candle to sort of respect this low before heading up. So for now, the 15-minute candle has a decent low wick in pound USD. Gotta wait a little bit more. A little bit more. On a 5-minute, price is ranging side by side. Pretty clear. Yep, at this point in time, pound USD looks more likely to push up than anything else. Looks more likely to push up than anything else. Pound USD. And the pound USD 30-minute candle retracing down pretty hard at this point in time. And this is the close of the hour too. So this is something interesting. Now, there is so much to learn every day, right? So for beginner traders, this is actually pretty interesting. Look at the way how the previous 30-minute candle closed, right? So previous 30-minute candle was the first half of the hourly candle. That 30-minute candle closed somewhere near 1379.80, and the current 30-minute candle retracing down pretty hard. So maybe this candle was only a opposite direction move before the candles in a higher time frame could move consistently in the original direction. So if the original direction is still bearish, is still sell, that kind of makes sense. But have to wait because we are very close to market open at this point in time. And the thing is, I personally, I don't want to be a part of market massacre. And what does that mean? What does that mean? That means I don't want to be an attack, or I don't want to be a prey of the market retracement. So I rather wait. Just hang on a second. Let's see. Have to wait for this 15-minute candle to close at least. If this 15-minute candle respects the previous 15-minute candle's low, starts breaking the high, the idea of sell could be invalid at that point in time. Let's see, let's see. And pound USD, 30-minute candle has flipped bullish at this point in time. Ooh, and looks like it's pushing up. It's pushing up. So it's actually looking good to move up at this point in time. So it looks like whatever happened around the Bailey's conference, this whole move could be corrected. There is a higher chance this could be corrected. I'm not taking a trade here. It kind of makes sense for the price to move up. So the current 15-minute candle also respected the previous 15-minute candle's low and rejected the bottom price, has broken the high, and this is actually a possible idea for buy where candles move up, and this is what happens. So what happens is, this happens. If this candle closes like this, it's because of this. Pretty nice. Obviously, people who understand the ideas, they definitely executed on a buy. I missed out on it, and I haven't taken a buy yet. So for now, the price is pushing up pretty nice. Whoever took a buy on the break of this high, that was the trade, man. That was the trade. And it looks like you're going to get that pips today. Looks like you're going to get that pips today. Beautiful. Interesting question, tater tots. So if anybody would take a trade, they should already know how to manage risk before taking a trade. Because before taking a trade, the first criteria is you have to know where to put a initial applied risk, initial applied stop loss. If you don't know where you're going to put your stop loss, you shouldn't be taking a trade, right? For example, if anybody took a trade on the break of the high, maybe a stop loss, possible stop loss would be below the current candle's low. But who am I to tell you how you can be comfortable with your stop loss? You have to define your own strategy, your own comfortable number of stop loss. So who am I, right, at the end of the day? So basically, you have to do your own research. But obviously, tater tots, as you said, if you really want to know risk management, maybe once candle starts breaking its own low, maybe the trade of buy is invalid. That could be the case. That could be the case, but the comfortable, the idea of being comfortable has to be defined by the trader who takes it. See, that's how the stream is a lot more educational, and we discuss so many ideas, right? So obviously, this is no financial advice, guys in the YouTube. we're not telling you to take a buy or a sell. Obviously, Tater Tot was asking something very interesting. That question is really a good question. How to manage risk, right? So the initial applied risk, you have to know it already, and the progressing risk or the methods to cut down your losses. I mean, you have to simply define it. For example, if the 15-minute candle breaks its own low, maybe that's the position where you have to cut down at least 50%, and you have to be like, oh, you know what, that's okay. So you have to define your own set of rules. That's all I'm saying. If that helped you, it's pretty good. Otherwise, ask me another question if that didn't help you. Tater Tot says, if I take a trade on the 30-minute, but the 5-minute breaks its own low, isn't cutting loss a risk because 5-minute breaking choking it? I mean, I think what you're saying is is cutting down losses looking at the 5-minute a good idea? I mean, again, at the same time, as we discussed the idea already, you have to define your own set of risk management ideas that you're comfortable with. For example, because I don't exactly know what you're dealing with, or I don't exactly know how much comfortable you are, you have to define your own rule. But if I have to say, let's say if I took the idea, right? If I took the trade, this is how I would have managed it. What I would have done is, if I took the trade on a 15-minute time frame sort of a structure, and if I based it on the 15-minute time frame, I'm going to wait for the 15-minute candle to breathe. I'm going to wait for the 15-minute candle to sort of respect the low or break the low, and that's how I would manage my risk. But it's definitely up to you. Tater tots. If you send me a chart, man, I can see where you took the trade, and I can actually tell you what is a good idea. Tater tots. Tater tots. And prices in pound USD moving up nice and slow. It looks like you're gonna get the 10, 12 pips for sure. For sure. And the Bailey's push on the downside, I think that's gonna be corrected. Looks like that's gonna be corrected. Pound JPY moving up, pound USD moving up. So there is a high chance that pound instruments are going to move up here at this point in time. Because look at the way you had the previous 2-hour candle close. 2-hour candle close above 153.655. And looks like prices are moving up here. Looks like prices are moving up all the way till here. And the 2-hour candle after the flip, after rejecting the bottom price, it has flipped bullish, and the 2-hour has moved in about 15 pips already. So if anybody took a trade based on the 2-hour, man, that's good. You already secure, you already got like 15 pips, so that's nice. In about 14 minutes away from the market open. All right, so on YouTube, Palin says, should I draw the support and resistance line below or above the candle wicks? And again, so the answer to that question will be, so when I started drawing support and resistance, started learning about support and resistance, what I found out was that, you know what? My support and resistance have to be clear enough to be understood. The first instance, I look at the chart, right? So for example, look at this. So if you go into the, let's say 2 hours. So if you look at the price action here, price action, drawing support right at the end of the candle makes so much sense, right? For me, it makes so much sense. Drawing a support at the end of the candle. If, for example, if I move the support here, it kind of doesn't make sense. See, when I look into this chart, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So what do? I draw my support at the end of the candle. Now you have to decide where is it going to be clear enough for you to draw a support or resistance, and how it can be clear enough for you to read the market in just one instance. For example, if you look into your chart, bang, 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 and I know that my support is from here. Do you see this? It's so clear. It's not around the wick, it's around the body. But you have to define your own comfortable drawing. So for example, if you're comfortable seeing a support here, let's say you see a support here, right? Because everybody has a different support and resistance. Support and resistance for everybody doesn't have to be the same. So maybe somebody comes to me and say, oh man, this is my support. So it's valid in terms of their market reading. For me, this is invalid. I don't like this. My brain cannot process this. So what do? I do this, bam, 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 right here at the end of the candle. That's the idea. And for now, the prices in pound USD, pound instruments are pushing up pretty hard at this point in time. It kind of makes sense. It kind of made a sense for the price to push up. Whoever took that entry, I mean, it's a good practice to manage your risk, you know, because at the end of the day, you don't want to get losses, right? At the end of the day, you always want to end up with some sort of viable result. So if you actually go into my Instagram, you'll see a post where I'm talking about it has a meme about that's a brand new information. So for example, let's just do it right now. Let's just do it right now, and I'll show you my Instagram. I will show you guys my Instagram. All right, so value, huh? Value. Look at this. So this is my Instagram, right? So if you actually look into my Instagram at this point in time, look at this. So when you go into this post, I've actually obviously posted a meme there, but with the meme, what I have got there is, look at this. Try and read what's here. So at the end of the day, what you want, again, one more time, this is for educational purposes, but it's so logical to see and correlate what you want out of your trade. What do you want out of your trades? These 4 results. What are the 4 results? These are the 4 results right here. These are the 4 results right here. 1, where your trade ends up with a smaller loss. 2nd, where you end up with a break even. 3rd, where you want either a smaller win. 4th, where you want a bigger win. So your trade only has to end up in these. If you let your trade, if you let your trade go into this bigger loss, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. In a long term, you won't be able to sustain yourself. It doesn't make sense at all. So you have to be careful. And if you need any inspiration, just go into this video and listen to what I'm saying. It's quite interesting what I've written right here. And this is not brand new information as it's there in the meme. So go into the Instagram and see what I'm talking about here. And if it kind of makes sense, beautiful. For now, pound USD moving up nice and slow. 7 minutes are left for this 30-minute candle to close. And looks like it's engaging with the channel one more time. It's interesting to see how the candles engage with the channel, right? So it's quite interesting. Quite a bit interesting here. And the market's going to open up in the next 6 minutes. 6 minutes. And looks like the prices in gold engaging with the channel several times. Look at the way how the prices have engaged. Engaged once, almost about, engaged twice, engaged again, and engaged with the channel again. And it seems like prices are rejecting the channel. Are we going to get a push down on gold? What's happening? And pound USD has also reacted with the top of the channel. Wow. Four minutes. And pound USD moving up nice and easy. Look at this. Look at the way how the candles are printing. It's printing higher highs and higher low. Individual candles making high highs and high lows. Candles making a high, higher low, higher low, high low, high. Interesting. Yeah, man. If you took a trade on the break of the high, and if you made the trade work, I mean, you should be in profits at this point in time. You should definitely secure something out of the market. Something, at least something. Pretty nice. Pretty good. Pretty good. Just have to secure something out of the market. Just have to secure something out of the market. That's what sets a difference between you and the other traders out there. Beautiful, man. Yep. Pound yen made so much sense for the candles to push up on a 2-hour time frame. Look at this. So on a 2-hour time frame view, obviously, man, look at this. It kind of made sense to push up. Kind of made sense to push up. After this 2-hour candle close above 153.655, the next candle on the flip of the 2-hour candle, that was a trade. Whoever took it, obviously I didn't take it. It kind of, I was kind of skeptical about the trades here, the way they were presenting, because in the back of the head, I am only thinking that, you know what? It's the first day of the month. It's the first day of the month, man. And do I really need to force a trade when the price action is so noisy? Look at the way the candles are printing the wicks here. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But whoever took it, whoever worked it out, I mean, that's pretty good. If you took a trade based on the 2-hour time frame, this was the trade. You must be in 20 pips in profit. In about 20 pips in profit? Yep, 20 pips in profit. So pretty good, pretty good. Just try and secure something at least. We are 2 minutes in the market open already. 2 minutes in the market open. And looks like the market is causing the pound instruments to sort of retrace. Maybe the market wants its premium price before heading up in its original direction. So this could only be a retracement, a liquidity grab before the candles could move up in its original direction. Looks like it's going to be a character building day for me today. I haven't taken any sort of trade. Obviously, my bias is no longer valid. It's no longer valid. So I mean, if I don't get my bias, don't get my trade, I'm not going to trade. Simple as that. I am comfortable waiting for another day, another trade, or another opportunity where it's going to be a lot more comfortable for me. Let's see what's going to happen. All right, so Tech Jairus on YouTube says, "Hey, peeling mindset, what do you think about break and retest strategy?" Yeah, it's just like any other strategy, you know. It's just like any other strategy. I've seen it happen several times. Uh, yeah, man. I think the answers to a lot of questions are there. Could be a individual or a personal research and a personal back testing, you know. So if you really want to know if the strategy is effective, you have to do your own set of back tests and have to ask yourself questions as you apply that sort of strategy. You know, I'm not suggesting anybody to use that strategy, obviously, but break and retest is one of the most famous strategies out there, one of the most famous. I've seen a lot of traders take it. A lot of traders considering break and retest as one of their setups. So, yeah. Tariq says, "All right, guys. Thank you, Anuj. Done for today. See you tomorrow. Take care. Take care. Take care, Tariq. Take care." It looks like everything is. Looks like pound instruments are going to push up here. Eventually, going to push up. Looks like it. Looks like we have this 154 or 0075 in the book today. Looks like it. Break and retest. So what is break and retest? A break and retest sort of a strategy or a break and retest sort of a maneuver is where a price breaks a significant resistance, breaks it, and does a retest before moving up. So a break and retest is so obvious on a 2-hour time frame on pound AUD, pound JPY. Look at this. This was the break and retest. If you really want to know what is break and retest, this was the clear traffic on the left hand side. This was the resistance. This was the candle. This was the ultimate candle that broke outside. And this was the gladiator candle. So that pushed up. It also did its potential retest, broke the resistance, did its retest, and finally moved to its original direction. So it was pretty obvious, to be honest. Yeah, don't know what this is. Huh. I don't know what this is. I've never ever read this book, but it looks like a lot to do with technicals. A lot to do with technicals. Yep, looks like the market's gonna push pound instruments on the upside here. Yeah, man. Looks like it. Yeah, pretty good. I mean, you have back tested break and retest, break and retest. Yep, break and retest. I mean, kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense what you're doing. A clean break and retest. So where is another clean break and retest? So another clean break and retest. Uh, dun dun dun. Yeah, man, pretty good. Pretty good, I would say. So one of the clean example break and retest is this right here. Clean break, clean retest, clean move up. So pretty cool. Yeah, looks like whatever happened in the London session is getting corrected here. Whatever happened in the London session is getting corrected. This is the beauty of the market. See, this is how you can relate a lot of analogies as the price action progresses. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I haven't taken any trades today. It looks like another risk management, another character building day here. So pretty cool how we showed up in front of the chart because the idea of consistency is amazing, right? So me coming in front of the market and experiencing the market as another consistent part of my growth is amazing. I don't necessarily need to take a trade. I mean, I called out several trades, but I didn't take it because I was not comfortable. I had this idea behind my head that, you know what? This day is the beginning of the month. So rather experiencing price action as more of an anticipation was okay. I was actually comfortable looking at the price moving. So I mean, it's fine. It's fine. One of the best spots today for a possible trade for me was after the break of this high. Obviously, I didn't take it, but man, whoever took a trade there, you must be in around 16, 17 pips in profit in pound USD at this point in time. And looks like it's actually going to feel all of this clear traffic on the left hand side. It kind of makes sense to push up. Kind of makes sense. One candle pull. So which one is the one candle, man? Take Jairus. You have to kind of like label your chart. You haven't labeled your chart. I cannot see what your thought process was. I cannot, right? So you have to kind of label your chart. You know how do you label your chart? This is how you label your chart. Look at this. So you go into the chart and you say, you know what? You do this. If you really want to do journal, you got to do this. You got to say, okay, so dun dun dun. You got to do this. You got to go like dun 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 bias. What was the bias? Bias was buys. Bias was buys, and you got to do this. Dun 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 dun. Okay, so the first one is buys, and looking at, so what you got to do is you got to maybe point out if you're looking into any sort of price action. Oh, what is this? Right. So you gotta note down. For example, let's say this was something important that you look into. You saw this wick, this heavy long wick. So what you did was you said, okay, maybe point two. You say that was the rejection wick from the bottom. So this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna write point two. You're gonna say, oh, you're gonna say another point would be, let's say this right here is a clear traffic. So you do this, and you say 3 clear traffic on the left. You do this, and you would say, okay, so what could be another point? Maybe this right here. So this candle, this 15-minute candle, yep. And you would say, So this is how you label a chart. So easy, right? It only took me like 1-2 minutes. Not even 1-2 minutes, man. And once you practice starting labeling with proper analogy, proper thought process, this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool, right? So you point out your bias. See, now I know what your bias is. Your bias was buys, and you say, "Oh, I looked at the rejection wick. Okay, something interesting. Okay, so 13,980. I can see 13,980. So you would say, "Oh, clear traffic to the left. Pretty easy idea." And you would say, "Oh, the 15-minute candle, respected the previous 15-minute candles, low. So on the break of the high, I took the entry within about 7 pips stop loss, something like this. So this is going to be the ideal. This is going to be the ideal example of labeling. That way, I know what you're looking into. Maybe another thing you will do is you will erase the channel, and it's way neat. So this is the example of a ideal labeled chart. Right. So try something like this. When you send me charts, send me something like this. So that is the idea. I don't see anything here, man. What is this? I don't know. So you got to send me a label chart. We are 23 minutes in the market already. 23 minutes in. And still waiting and waiting. Honestly, looks like another character building day for me today. I haven't taken any sort of trade here. Pound USD buys previously did make sense. The analysis was actually correct. The analysis was correct, but definitely didn't capitalize off of it. I didn't take the trade, but man, just missed it. You know, I'll just say I missed it, but pretty good. Pretty good how a pound USD moved consistent. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Yep, looks like gold is pushing down here. 29 minutes in the market, and gold seems like it's pushing down at this point of time. Pushing down at this point of time. Ooh, interesting. Oh man, oh, gold is dropping. Oh my god. Oh, that was a 1 second drop. 1 second drop on gold. Man, oh my god. Oh. I was just trying to actually calculate the range on the downside, and the gold fell down 20 pips in the next 5 seconds. That is the rolling thunder. Man, that is sick. Ooh. That was a 20 pips move in a second. Wow. 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 So this is what happens when there's volume, right? You get 20, 30 pips of move in like in a click. In a click. That is crazy. Pretty solid crazy. And the hourly candle is pushing down. So oh man. I missed this sell. I've 100% missed this sell. Let's see. Let's see what I can do. Ooh, it's pushing down. It's pushing down. It's pushing down. Ooh, it's pushing through. It's pushing through. It's pushing through. Oh my God. Missed the sell, man. Oh man. Oh man. Missed this sell. Oh, that was unemployment claims. Oh, that's what it was. That's what it was. I didn't know. I didn't see this earlier on. So that was pretty cool. The market seemed as if market seemed as if it was about to drop, right? So as soon as I said, "Oh man, it seems as if it's gonna drop," it was full on dropping from here. It's like in the next 1 second, wow! In the next 5 seconds, 34 pips, pretty solid. I think it's gonna drop even heavy. I think it's gonna. Ooh, it's dropping. It's dropping. It's dropping hard. It's dropping pretty hard. Wow. Yep, it's dropping pretty hard. Wow, it's dropping, man. It's dropping. Gold is dropping. Ooh, there's no one stopping gold here. No one stopping gold. Man. Oh my God. Ooh, it's dropping. Oh God. This is pretty sick. In about 40 pips in the next 2 minutes, right? That's pretty crazy. 40 pips in 2 minutes. That's what gold does. Sick. Ooh, look at this. Man, I wouldn't want to be. I wouldn't be want to be part of this retracement. Probably some of the traders are there securing profit. So yeah, this is full on. Full on. Wow. Pretty crazy here. Yeah, I'm not in gold right now. I'm just looking at it, and pretty solid movement. Pretty solid movements, to be honest. All right, so in pound yen, so the previous 15-minute candle has closed bearish, and so the current 15-minute candle has actually broken the previous 15-minute candle's low, and it looks like market is actually pushing pound instruments lower again. Interesting. So there is a lot of volume in the market. Let's see what's going to happen. Is pound yen going to push down once this 30-minute candle closes bearish below the previous resistance level? Is it actually going to push down, or what's going to happen? All right, so we are 43 minutes in the market, open right now in the market, and looks like pound USD is still hanging around there now. Interesting how the price actually almost corrected everything happening around the London session here. Pretty interesting. Wow. Interesting. Interesting. 14 minutes left for this 4-hour candle to close in pound USD. Gold is recovering from that push down at this point of time. Recovering somewhat. Somewhat recovering. Oh, almost recovering everything here. Gold is almost recovering from that push from unemployment claims. Oh, gold is pushing up at this point of time. Thank you, thank you. Jure has left the building. Wait. Ah. Yeah, looks like another character building day for me today. Yeah, pound USD trade was the trade of the day. This was the trade of the day, so has been noted down. Has been noted down. Has been noted down. I am just waiting. Yeah, today's been a waiting day for me. I obviously didn't take any trade. Market did move. So obviously this was the first day of the month, so didn't make sense to kind of go full on. You know, these sort of trades did they do make sense. It did work out. The price action was pretty clear. Did miss out on pound USD. Once price broke this high, maybe that was the entry. So what I'm going to do is I'll go back into the stream once I finish, and I will try and review and see what I did wrong. So I'll see. My bias in pound USD was a sell, a solid sell. I mean, it didn't work out. My idea was invalid once the highs were broken. So I will check. I will check. Not every day is a day where you catch a trade. Not every day. Sometimes you just read the market and sort of relax. You don't take funny setups. You don't lose your money. So that's the way. For now, the market is moving nice and slow. Yeah, and I'm tired too today. I'm really tired, to be honest. I have a lot of projects side by side. So yeah, working pretty hard. Working pretty hard. So we'll see. We will see what's gonna happen. This is the beginning of the new hour, and gold is pushing up nice and slow at this point of time. Still engaging with the channel. Gold, yeah, man, probably gold has broken a lot of hearts today. A lot of hearts. Gold has broken a lot of people's heart. All right, so just waiting here. I am too tired today, to be honest. Too tired, tired uh little stamina left in the body right now. To be honest, really tired. So kind of just relaxed here. Just trying to see how gold is moving. It's actually important. It's actually important for me to see how the gold is moving right at the beginning of the first, right at the beginning of the month. It's the first day, so I mean, it's there's no rush. I know I know that the month of July is gonna present me with a lot of opportunities. So I mean, I don't need to rush. That's what I know. I don't need to rush. Boost is the secret of my energy. Yeah, man, I'm tired. I I woke up early in the morning today and did a heavy workout routine. So that was extreme workout routine and had a really long day. I have a lot of projects side by side going on and full on busy. And I know, there's no rush to trade, and it's the first day of the month, so I'm kind of taking it easy here. I'm gonna be here for the next few minutes, and I'll call it a day after that. There's no use of me staying here till the end of the market. You know what I mean? So yeah. Palin says my freaking brain is translating the gold market into musical notes. Oh yay! Oh yeah, that could be the case. That could be the case. Pretty cool. Oh yeah, too tired, man. Too freaking tired. All right, so still waiting. Oh, it's actually interesting. There's no music on the. There is no music on the YouTube. Man, it's crazy. All right, just checking what's happening here. Something's wrong. Something is wrong. Something is wrong here. What is wrong? Something is wrong. Let's see. Yay! Oh no. So the music was turned off the whole time. Pretty bad. Yeah, I thought the music was on, and that's why I was not speaking. I was kind of relaxed. That's not good. So the music is on right now. The music is. Okay, so at this point in time in pound USD, if you look into the pound USD, it's actually interesting how the way it's printing. So the previous few candles closed with a smaller body. Obviously today's trend from around pre-New York has been pretty bullish. Price has been rejecting the bottom and has been moving up pretty significantly, right? So for now, if you look into the candle's body size in relation to volume, the candle's body size may also tell us that, you know what, the volume on the upside is dying. And if the volume on the upside is dying, potentially price may start pushing down because it's starting to reject the top. If it's starting to reject the top and prices could break this significant level, we may even push down. That could be the case. So let's see what's gonna happen. And mic check 1 2. Okay, everything is good and we are still here waiting. NYSE is gonna happen in the next 14 minutes, and I'm gonna call it a day in the next 14 minutes, and I'm gonna take a breather, take a rest, because obviously today has been a character building day. I haven't taken any funny setups, to be honest. No funny setups. I've waited for my bias to play out. Obviously some of the trades were called out, were not taken, but it is what it is. Sometimes in the market, you take your trades, you're comfortable. Sometimes you miss out on it. So what do? If you miss out on your trades, what do? You go back into your trade and go back into the chart and see what could you have done right. So that's the best thing you can do, right? And For now, I am waiting to see if pound USD could start pushing down, because as I explained, I'm looking into candles body size in relation to volume, and if that's actually the case right now, we may get I may even get a push down. So obviously, let's see. Let's see. And still waiting. It's pretty cold out here. and still waiting. NYSE in the next 6 minutes. NYSE in the next 6 minutes. And 5 minutes away from the NYSE. All right, so now this is NYSE open right here. Right here. So maybe we are gonna get some sort of push in our pairs here. Let's see what's gonna happen. All right, so the previous 30-minute candle in pound USD closed bearish with a long wick on the top. So let's see what's gonna happen. All right, so I have to wait for this 15-minute candle to close in the next 9 minutes. If it's gonna close below the support, that could be a sign for sell. Let's see what's gonna happen here. Are we going to push down, or what's happening? What is happening? Ooh, Mr. Kevin's in the house. And my throat's funny, man. Kind of cold. My throat's funny. Yeah. Ooh, and pound USD pushing down. Pushing down this guy. This guy's pushing down. Yep, looks like GU is pushing down. GU is pushing down, rejected the top price and finally moving in its consistent direction. That's what I can say. Yep, GU 1 hour has broken the previous 1 hour's low, and 2 hour. Looking at 2 hour is bearish. 4 hour is bearish. Previous 4 hour close bullish, not a good sign. Our daily candle is still bearish, so want to see a push on the downside. Want to see a push on the downside, but in the next 18 minutes we have a US major news event, high impact major news event. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know. All right, guys. So this is the point where I'm gonna call it a day. Looks like pound USD is retracing down pretty hard. Now I have to get a sleep as well. I have to rest for the next day, and we'll come into the market and try and attack it next day. At this point in time, it looks like pound USD is finally moving in its consistent direction right now. So with the US high impact news, maybe we can push down. We can finally push down. So if the prices in pound USD could go down, that'd be nice. I was looking into that, but it's too late now, and I cannot let the market decide when I should be in front of the charts. Obviously, I've missed the first buys, and for now, the market moving down, sales do look obvious, but I am going to stay out of it for now. So take care, don't overtrade, and we'll come back with a lot of energy next day tomorrow and try and attack the market. NFP, we'll have some good time. Until then, take care, take it easy. Take care, take it easy. Don't overtrade, don't over risk. Take it easy.